Good morning, Mikel.
Hi, good morning.
Big game against Sevilla. Potentially, you could qualify for the knockout stages. Could you just give us early team news, particularly your captain Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus, who's just been called up to the Brazil squad?
Yeah, Gabi won't be fit. With Martin, is still uncertain. The rest, no news so far.
Mikel, it's been a few days since what happened at Newcastle United. You were very emotional, clearly emotional after the game. When you reflect on what you said and the club putting out that statement the day after as well, when you reflect, would you have done anything differently?
It is my duty to stand in front of you, to stand in front of the cameras and give a very clear and honest assessment of what happens on the game. And this is what I did. Reflect very openly how I felt that the team played and how the game was conditioned by these results with the decisions that were made. And it's the duty. My duty is to be defending my players, supporting my club, defending my people in the best possible way, and this is what I'm going to do time after time. And I do it not the way I feel, with the evidence and being as clear as possible. And I always do it. When we play, really need to say that. When we have lost, to take my responsibility, the first one me, to do it. And it's the way that I am, and I have to defend my club.
Having said that, I mean, I've never seen you react like that. I don't think many people have. Such was your emotion after the game. But was your emotion and your anger simply to do with that goal, or was it maybe a build-up of other decisions that you may feel have gone against you? And if so, will you be taking this up with the PGMOL?
Yeah, things they don't happen overnight, you know, and when I was that clear and when I had all the evidence to stand for the words that I use in the media, it's because I feel strongly about them. But one thing I say externally, then as well internally to my players, is how can we play better, how can we be more dominant, how we can do the game the way we want, so giving no chance to the opponents. But one thing is my duty towards you guys, and then my duty as a coach to do what we have to do. And this is exactly what I've done. Nothing special, nothing different, and I would do it, and the club would do it again and again till this is right. And till this is right as well in what we have to do on the pitch to play better and win more football games. That's it.
Just a final one for me, Mikel, just specifically on that goal, because you were asked in the post-match interview and in the news conference about why you think it was disallowed, and you said there was a series of events. There were 3 VAR checks. Can you give us a little bit more clarity now, having reflected in the last few days, why you think that goal should have been disallowed? Was there one particular incident?
Now we talk about Sevilla and the beautiful game that we have to play tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damish. Go on to Ian from TalkSport.
Talking about the Seville game tomorrow, how important is it that you get a win and you get through as quickly as possible with games to spare so you can maybe rest?
The moment you have a chance in football to put it to bed, do it. We're going to have to do a lot of things right tomorrow and then the right to win it against a really good team with enormous experience in this competition. And we have to prove it tomorrow in front of our people, how excited we are to play that game and what it means for us.
I don't know if you saw last night's game, the Spurs.
Yes.
Chelsea. Afterwards, Postecoglou said that referees, their decision used to be is final. When he grew up, that was what he was taught. The referee's decision is final. And you said about a month ago that mistakes happen. We need to understand that mistakes happen. What is your relation to that statement you made a month ago after what happened on Saturday?
I stand for the same words, that mistakes are part of football in any other way, and we are here to constructively improve the game in everything that we can. And this is what we have been doing as a club, me individually with my duty as a manager in the managers meeting, to give our opinion, our voices, and to raise it in the most constructive ways to get a better game. That's all. That's the only thing that we are looking, I think, collectively to achieve everybody. That's it.
We've spoken at press conferences on Fridays about your passion on the touchline. You were mentioning a couple of weeks ago you've already got 3 yellow cards and 2 more and you end up getting a suspension. In terms of that, how does this help your control of your behaviour on the sidelines when you know that, or you understand that sometimes there'll be a VAR check that goes against you?
That is the answer. Your colleague just mentioned how emotional I was after the game and how I acted on the touchline. I didn't get a yellow, I didn't get a warning from the referee, So I stay focused on the game, trying to affect the game in the best possible way for my players. That's it.
Thanks, Ian. We'll go to Aralas from TV2 Norway.
And Mikael, Martin has just been called up for Norway, who play two, what do you say, games that don't really count for them. What would be your message to the Norway manager regarding his situation, injury situation with Gerd?
Nothing. Martin loves to play for his country, and every time that he's been called up and he was fit, he's been there, and he will be there if that's the case.
And he played 10 minutes against West Ham, so some people were a bit surprised with the timing because you were 3-0 down and then he didn't play in the weekend. What was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, but nothing is no relation with what he had and what happened the day before the game against Newcastle. There are two different topics and things.
Okay, we'll go to Alex from the BBC.
Hi, Mikael.
Hi.
With what happened at the weekend, can you use it to galvanise the players going into the game tomorrow night? What's the feeling in the group?
Yes, especially the performance of the team. And watching back the two games that we played last year when we won 0-2 and the one that we lost 1-0, we were much better 3 days ago than a year ago, but much, much better. We deserve much more than in that game. But this is the beauty of this game. So we have to build a lot of things that we did right against Newcastle, improve certain things, especially in the final third, to be more a threat. But for the rest, the way the team played, the way it competed, it was extraordinary.
And can I just ask you, what have you made of the reaction to the club's statement since it's come out? People like Gary Neville said it's dangerous for the club to release a statement like that.
Again, we have a duty to express how we feel with all the evidence that we have and the history of what happened. And I think we have to really stand for our people, our values, and who we are. And when the club is done it, it's done it in very specific moment for the right reasons, and it shows as well the unity and the understanding that there is within the club to position ourselves in a really clear and honest way. And I think that's our duty as a club.